Hello friends, here we are starting with the retail banking. Okay, so for the CAIB retail banking we will start. First chapter we will discuss here. So friends, basically as you have chosen the retail banking as your elective, right? So see here, for a retail, those are working in a working as officer, those are working as officer, or those are working as a even clerk, right? But those who have some experience in the in the banking, and some experience in the advance, okay, who have some basic knowledge about the advances. What I am saying, basic knowledge of advances, right? Who either officer or a clerk, and having some banking experience, and which will be very good if he is having some experience in the advanced section. Okay, then retail studying and passing the retail in the CIB is like a piece of a cake. Okay, so first, what I have to say, retail banking is one of the easiest elective in the CAIIB. Okay, this is one of the easiest elective. Okay, so when we discuss that time, you will come to know how easy it is. Okay, so let's start with the retail banking first chapter, retail banking introduction. So friends, see, what do you mean by retail? Okay, what is a retail banking? Okay, we all know, we when we purchase something, what we say, whether it is a wholesaler or whether it is a retailer. Okay, if we purchase from wholesaler, we will purchase in the bulk quantity, and if we purchase from retailer, we can purchase in the small quantity. Okay, in the similar way, in the same, what is a retail banking? Simply it mean primary for the individual customer. Okay, in wholesale we are selling as a bulk wholesale. Okay, but in case of retail, it is very similar to your general concept. We are primarily focusing for the individual customer, right? What do you mean by retail banking? We are mainly having concern about the individual concern. Means what? We can provide a wider range of banking services, including debit card and credit card in the retail banking. So first, what is retail banking? Simply, when we target individual customer, then we are doing the retail banking. For example, say housing loan, individual customer; car loan, individual customer; auto loan, two wheeler, four wheeler, individual customer, right? Then again, credit card, individual customer; then debit card, individual customer, right? Then small term loan, individual customer; proprietary account, right? CC, OD, different loan; then deposit, individual customer; current account, saving account, individual customer. That means how we are targeting individual customer, how much product we can sell to an individual customer. That is simply the retail banking we are doing. Okay, say for best example of retail banking is housing loan, car loan, right? That services which are offering to an individual is simply the under the retail banking. Okay, so the best example here, the debit card and credit card, which is the very most famous, and which have bring the revolution in the banking industry, is the debit card and the credit card. These are also part of the retail banking business. Okay, now what are the characteristics of the retail banking? Friends, see here, in this chapter you don't have to mug up. There is no thing that you should remember here. You don't need to remember anything, you just understand the concept. Only you have to understand the concept. Okay, now what are the characteristics that you can say in the retail banking? Say, very simple. First is the target at the individual customer, as I have already told to you. Now focus toward the mass segment. What do you mean by mass segment? See, a salaried employee in India, service sector is booming, so salaried employees are very high in numbers. So salaried employees will be the mass segment for the bank. I am not talking about the mass banking, remember. I am talking about the mass market. For the mass banking you can call, I am not talking about the class banking. You know the difference between mass banking and class banking? Mass banking means the banking which is mainly offered to the all wider range of customers, and a class banking means the banking which is only for the few customer, only the people who are classy, who are having money, like a corporate. Okay, instead of having 100 customers, you are having only the one high net worth customer, that is class banking. Okay, so here in a retail banking, what we are doing, we are focusing toward the mass market segment. That means the market which have huge market, like a salaried employee, working class employee, they can have a housing loan, they can have a car loan. We are focusing towards the mass market. Next, it offers the liability, asset, as well as the services product. What do you mean by liability? For a bank, what is a liability? Say deposit for a bank, it is a liability. Then asset, like a loans, different loan like a car loan, housing loan, these are the asset for a bank. And number of services product, like a debit card, then your mobile banking application, even your mobile banking application, it is a service product, right? So phone banking, then your customer care executive service you are providing. Okay, then your internet banking. Okay, these are the services product in the retail banking. Okay, these are all, that means retail banking offer your liability, asset, as well as the services product. Next, delivery model is both physical and virtual. How we can deliver the product in banks? Say if you are giving a loan, right, you can you can deliver, right? See, previously there was lot of hustle in the availing the loan, like different documentation, creation of charge, and different things, right? Right now, see the product, personal loan. Customer online apply for the loan, and within a few seconds it gets credited in the account, right? That means delivery mode can be a physical and virtual. That's why it is a great revolutionary step in the banking. Now it also extend to the small as well as medium sized businesses. Okay, so retail banking, it is for small as well as the medium sized businesses. Okay, for example, individual customer, it if it is, it can avail a housing loan of say 5 lakh or up to the 5 cr. Okay, that means for small as well as the medium sized businesses, we can have the retail banking. So what is the retail banking? I repeat, simply retail banking means we are focusing to the individual customer. Okay, now what are the characteristics of the retail banking? Individual customer we are focusing. Now we are focusing the mass market. We are as offer all product, like even liability, asset, as well as the services product. We are delivering through physical as well as the virtual mode. And in the retail banking, the small as well as medium sized businesses, we can extend the retail banking. Okay, these are the characteristics. You don't need to remember, you just understand. Okay, now what are the advantages of the retail banking? You just see what are the advantages to the bank by the availing housing loan, car loan by a customer. What are the advantages? First, risk is spread across a wide customer. See, here we are talking about the retail customer, that is individual customer. So we will have a 1000, say one branch is having 1000 retail customer. So out of that, we are having say 100 housing loan, 100 car loan. So risk is spread, right, wide. We are having a wide customer base. Okay, so in a retail we are talking about individual customer, so we are having risk is widely spread. Next, customer loyalty will be strong. See, as an individual customer is there, right? So mostly the for retail we are having housing loan, car loan. These are the product where customer loyalty is very strong, right? We are facing some problem in the credit card bill payment, right? So there, that are we are going to discuss again. But here, as advantages point of view, risk free is very good. Then customer loyalty is there in a retail product, because every individual customer is having good connection with the bank, right? For example, customer avail the housing loan, customer avail the car loan, right? Then he will definitely visit the branch, he will have very good contact with the branch officials, so definitely the loyalty will be strong. Next, interest spread is very attractive. That means what? See, there are some product like housing loan, car loan, or even say credit card, such a high interest we apply to the customer. Even housing loan, such a interest on interest we are applying, right? That means huge interest bank earns, right? For a deposit we are having 4%. For a loan we are having say 7 to 10%. So interest spread, there is difference between the interest we are paying and we are earning as a bank. That is nothing but the interest spread. and in case of a retail product, that interest spread is very attractive. Next, large client base facilitate marketing, mass selling, and there is a scope of classifying the clients. Okay, as I have already told, there is a large client base. We are focusing individual customer, but the customer base is very large. Okay, individual customer together we are having large customers. Okay, so we will have a large base, but we are focusing to the individual customer. Okay, now due to the large customer base, we can do the facility like we can have a marketing, we can do the mass selling, and also we can classify the clients. Okay, so these are the advantages. We are having large number of customers, so we can so for doing the marketing we are having large customer base, so we doing the marketing is very easy. So mass selling, we can offer a product like mass selling. For example, we are having the 1000 account of one same company, so we can offer them a special product for that company's employee, right? So this it facilitates the marketing, mass selling, and also scope to classify the client. Okay, so next is the use of a data mining can be effectively done. So how can we do the effectively data mining? So see, as we are having large customer base, from that we can segregate the customer, that income up to the 10 lakh, income up to the 15 lakh, income up to 25 lakh and above. Okay, so in this way you can segregate and we can offer a different product. That is nothing but the data mining. Okay, how effectively you are collect the data from the lot of data you are having, so required data only you are choosing. Okay, so that is the basically the data mining that you can do effectively, right? Next is the less fluctuation in demand and credit cycle. So as we are offering in the retail banking lot of product, variety of product and different ranges we are having, so the fluctuation between demand and supply, that is credit, is a very less, because we are having variety of a product. So what customer want, they can just reach the bank. We are even having since starting with the education loan, then that if that person avail the education loan, the student get employed, then he will have a car loan, he will have a housing loan in the same branch, then he will have again some other loan like a personal loan, right? Again he can have an insurance product from the bank, again for his children he can avail the education loan. Okay, such a, he can also in between avail the Atal Pension Yojana. So different retail products are there. Okay, that means we are having variety of a product, that's why the demand and supply meets. Okay, that is the demand and credit cycle, there is very less fluctuation. So these are the advantages of the retail banking. You don't need to mug up, you just understand how retail banking is useful to the banks. Okay, now see here, what are the constraints in the retail banking? We are talking about there are different there are very the retail banking is very having a good advantages, but what are the constraint in the retail banking? So first, see, problem in managing vast number of a client. As I have already told you in the beginning, we are having a mass market, we are having mass customer, right? Individual customer, we are having lot of individual customer, so we have to manage them. It is a we get some problem in the managing large client base. Next, rapid evolution of a product leading to the IT complication, upgradation and high cost which will involve in it. Definitely we all know how the see, for example, say housing loan, how housing loan has been evolved. For car loan, see, initially you have to first visit the branch, you have to check eligibility, then CIBIL, then you can have, but what the banks now offering, they are giving pre-approved housing loan. They will give you a letter that your housing loan is pre-approved, right? That means how the rapid changes in the retail loan, how credit card is initially being offered, it is very rare and hard to get. Right now every bank is offering to the customers, please avail the card, because of the high interest spread, right? So that means there is a rapid evolution of the products that will lead to the IT complications and a high cost will involve in it. Okay, that is the one of the concern in the retail banking. Next, cost of the maintaining branch network and handling huge low value transaction is pretty high. See, you are having 1000 customer at one branch, that is a retail customer, we are focusing individual, right? So we have to we need sufficient staff, so we need a branch network also, so that will be a cost, right? There will be a cost. and generally that large number of small customers are there. They will come to deposit small cashes like say 1000, 2000. They will withdraw 500 or something like that, right? They will do transfer of 1000, 2000. So lot of transactions are there in the individual customer we are focusing, so there will be a huge cost. Next, higher risk. Higher risk, especially in the unsecured retail loan and a credit card receivable. Obviously, if we are having unsecured retail loan like a personal loan, there is a very high risk. Also, the credit card receivable outstanding in the credit card, so customer doesn't pay, then we are not having any security as a collateral. So that's why there is a high risk. Okay, so in retail there are some product which are having unsecured will be have a high risk. Next, any loss in a faith in a particular bank can lead to the sudden outflow of a retail deposit, resulting in the collapse of the bank, that is the bank run. So if there is any situation like say S Bank, what happened in S Bank? There is situation like a faith in the of the S Bank was almost low, right? So people suddenly withdraw the deposit. So it is almost on the verge of getting failure. Okay, that is collapse of the bank. Okay, that is nothing but the bank run. What is the bank run? If there is any uncertain event due to which the faith of the people on the particular bank lead to the sudden outflow of the retail deposit. When retail deposit sudden outflow of the retail deposit, that will lead to the bank run, that will lead to the collapse of the bank, and that is nothing but the bank run. Okay, what is the bank run? See, it is very basic concept. Bank run means bank will run, your deposit will run, your deposit bank with the bank will run, people will withdraw the deposit, that is the bank run. Okay, so these are some constraints in the banking. So very easy, large number of clients we have to manage, rapid evolution, that's why high cost in the branch network for maintaining the manpower and the staff, including the network. Then high risk in the some product like a personal loan and the credit card, and there is chances of the bank run. Okay, these are some constraints in the retail banking. Now we have to discuss the retail banking in India. Okay, that we will continue in the next video. What is the retail banking in India and how it is being grown. Okay, so we will continue our discussion in the next video, friends. So meanwhile, you can subscribe us on the YouTube Bankers Zone. You can also join our Telegram group for study purpose. The group name is CAIIB Bankers Zone. For that, you can search @CAIIB BZ, and you can download the application from the Play Store for full course. The name of application is the Bankers Zone CAIIB. Don't forget to share. Happy learning, friends.